few months ago I made a video detailing a trip I took to a local comic shop. Even though I'm interested in cartooning and I grew up with these characters, superhero comics have never really appealed to me. This most recent foray, I was hoping to find a character or series that spoke to me. I found something, but it wasn't exactly what I was expecting.
For the refuge where by none hangs my helpless soul on thee. Leave me not alone, still support and comfort me.
Historically, Dayton, Ohio has been a hub of manufacturing and industry. In the 1940s, with America's involvement in World War II, factories that would normally produce household items were repurposed to produce ammo and artillery. It was here in this climate that George Flynn began publishing the Catholic-oriented comic book Treasure Chest of Fun and Fact. Debuting in 1946, Treasure Chest was intended to combat the so-called perverseness in comics at the time. This is similar to what George's father and founder of the publishing house had done years earlier with The Young Catholic Messenger, a magazine designed to combat the dangers of the dime novel and pulp fiction. Unlike other comics, Treasure Chest was exclusively distributed in schools, parochial schools, Catholic by subscription. I think this is what I find most interesting about the series. I imagine the monotony of school and the rigidness and guilt the Catholics spin on it. This was the age of corporal punishment, and I can't imagine the misery these kids were probably put through daily. I see these books as they likely did, as escapism, something to get lost in, a distraction. Before the popularization of television, these are entertainment the kids could look forward to.
Lord, help us to know one another. Every creed and every color. Help us to honor Father.
It should go without saying that Treasure Chest promoted Catholic values, but they also promoted a Catholic lifestyle. They published comics depicting young Catholics becoming priests or nuns, devoting their life to the Word of God. The book was also used as a recruiting tool to find volunteers and missionaries. Something sold to the students as an adventure, a way to get out and help alleviate the ignorance and hopeless fear in the dirty cities and godless jungles of the world. In terms of secular content, I guess the fun and fact, Treasure Chest frequently published comics involving sports. These included profiles on famous athletes, sports heroes, as well as statistics, and other factoids from a wide range of athletic activities. Given that these were handed out in schools, it should come as no surprise that there's educational material here as well, namely US history. These comics explored lesser-known events from the nation's past, such as the purchase of Alaska, or Abraham Lincoln allegedly liberating a band of enslaved indigenous people. American patriotism was a major theme in Treasure Chest, and no more is this obvious than in the book's best-known feature, the godless communism. Serialized over several months, this comic imagined what America would look like should it ever fall to the communists. I think it's funny that Treasure Chest marketed itself as an alternative to what they deemed inappropriate comics, yet employed the same illustrators who were working on said comics. Artists like Reed Crandall, who illustrated the godless communism, or Joe Sinnott, who drew the groundbreaking serial Pettigrew, which depicted a black man being elected president 32 years before this was a reality. I wonder how receptive the intended audience was to such heavy-handed commentary. Realistically, I feel these segments would have been skipped in favor of something more seemingly relevant, like Chuck White, Treasure Chest's unofficial mascot and All-American Everyboy, whose adventures the average reader, at least the believed average reader, could project themselves into. I have projected myself into the place of this reader and come away with an appreciation for Treasure Chest. Yes, it's problematic, and yes, it's indoctrination, but I'm thankful it existed for the non-fearing pupils it was geared towards, that every 2 weeks a little bit of joy could be delivered to their desk, and they could experience this forbidden art form. And if Treasure Chest is a little too wholesome for your taste, come see us at Canzine 2017, where we'll be debuting provocative new work from myself and Josephine Norman. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.